Andrew, honest question. How long have you been studying English?
Officially, since I was maybe 10 years old, so a long time. More years than I want to admit, honestly.
And how do you feel about your English right now?
Like, I should be way better than I am. Like, all those years should have added up to something more. And that actually bothers me more than anything else. Not that English is hard, but that I have put in so much time and still feel stuck.
And that right there is exactly what we are talking about today. Because this feeling, putting in years of effort and still feeling like something is missing, is one of the most common and most painful things English learners experience. And today, we are going to explain exactly why it happens and, more importantly, what to do about it. Because I genuinely need to understand this. Otherwise, I feel like I am going to be studying forever and never arriving anywhere. Okay, so first thing, and this changes everything once you understand it, studying English and acquiring English are two completely different things, and most people spend years doing one when they need the other. What is the difference? Studying is when you consciously learn rules, grammar charts, vocabulary lists, textbook exercises. Your brain is working hard, taking notes, memorizing. Acquiring is completely different. Acquiring is when language enters your brain naturally, through massive exposure to real English in context, through hearing it, feeling it, absorbing it, without consciously trying to memorize anything. So like how a child learns? Exactly like how a child learns. A child never studies grammar. They never memorize verb conjugations. They just hear the language constantly in real situations, and their brain figures out the patterns automatically. And that acquired language, it comes out naturally under pressure, without thinking, without translating. But studied language, the stuff from textbooks. Studied language has to be consciously retrieved. Your brain has to go find it, which takes time, which causes hesitation, which creates that frustrating gap between knowing something and being able to use it in a real conversation. Oh wow, so all those years in school, I was studying English, but not acquiring it? Mostly, yes. School teaches you about English, but real acquisition happens through living with the language, listening to it constantly, reading real content in it, thinking in it, using it in real situations where meaning matters. So it is not that I wasted those years, but I was using an incomplete method. Exactly. Studying is not useless. It gives you a foundation. But studying alone without massive real exposure is like learning the rules of swimming on a piece of paper and never getting in the water. You can pass the swimming exam, but you cannot actually swim. That is such a good way to put it. Learning the rules on paper versus actually getting in the water. And here's where most learners get stuck. They study more when things feel hard. More grammar exercises, more vocabulary. Okay, third reason, because I feel like there is one more big one. Third reason, and this one is psychological. Most learners are in a constant state of evaluation. Every time they speak, they are judging themselves. Is my grammar right? Did I use the right word? Do I sound stupid? And that internal judge uses up mental energy that should be going toward communication. So the more you judge yourself while speaking, the worse the speaking gets. Oh, that is exactly me. My internal critic is incredibly loud when I am trying to speak English. And the solution is not to silence the critic permanently. The solution is to separate practice time from performance time. When you are practicing, the critic goes completely quiet. You just speak. You do not evaluate. You do not correct mid-sentence. You just produce. Evaluation comes after, not during. So like an athlete in training versus an athlete in competition. In training, you can make mistakes and try things. In competition, you perform. Perfect. Most English learners are always in competition mode, always performing, always evaluating, and they never just practice. And without practice, there is no improvement in performance. Okay, so let me bring all three reasons together. 1, we study English but never truly acquire it through real immersion. 2, we practice receiving but almost never producing. 3, we evaluate ourselves while speaking instead of just allowing ourselves to practice freely. And all three of these together create the feeling of being stuck forever, even after years of effort. That is exactly it. And the beautiful thing is, all three are fixable, starting today, not by studying harder, by changing what you practice and how you practice it. Okay, so what does someone do today, right now, to start fixing this? 3 things. 1, change one thing you do daily to English. 1 show, 1 podcast, 1 playlist, just 1. 2, speak out loud for 2 minutes every single day about anything without stopping to correct yourself. Just speak. 3, when you catch yourself judging your English mid-sentence, stop. Take a breath and keep going. The sentence does not need to be perfect. It needs to be finished. Finish the sentence even if it is imperfect. That one hit me. Because a finished imperfect sentence communicates. An abandoned perfect sentence communicates nothing. Wow, guys, write that down. A finished imperfect sentence communicates. An abandoned perfect sentence communicates nothing. That is the whole lesson right there. Okay, guys, your homework today. In the comments, tell us which of the 3 reasons resonated with you most. Was it the studying versus acquiring, the passive versus active, or the internal critic? Tell us your honest answer. We read every single comment and we will reply. Every single one. Come say hi down there. And if this episode finally explained why English has felt so hard for so long, please share it. One person you know is sitting somewhere right now feeling exactly the way I felt at the start of this conversation. Send it to them. Like this video if it helped, subscribe because every single week we are here with something real. Take care, everyone, and remember, you were not stuck because you were not trying. You were stuck because nobody taught you how to try correctly. Now you know. See you in the next one. Bye. Bye, everyone. Change one thing today. Just one.